Hi friends, and welcome to Ground Yourself. This is a 15-minute movement practice to help support you if you feel anxiety coming up. The only thing you really need is a place where you can stand up and then get down on the floor later. And the other thing is some kind of ball, or it could be a balled up pair of socks, or even your favorite stuffy, something that's not breakable and you don't mind if maybe it falls on the floor. Start by coming up to a stand with strong legs and roll your shoulders back. Make some circles. And then let's go the opposite way. Keeping things really simple to start, grab your object, whether it's the balled up socks or the ball, and start tossing it from side to side. One hand, then the other. Think about this as a bit of a moving meditation or moving mindfulness practice, and take a step forward. Keep tossing the object from side to side. Walk backwards and forwards. Maybe you even dare to throw it up higher. And try catching it overhand instead of underhand. Switch to one side even. And switch to the other side. Catch it a few more times. It's okay if it falls, no big deal. Let the throwing become smaller, the catch become a little more discreet. Whoops, almost lost it there. A couple more to each side. And then set your object away. Start to hold your left hand out and let your fingers be loose. Tap your body with your fingers. Let your fingers smack your body gently as you go up and down your right arm. As you tap your body, say to yourself, I believe in myself. Under the right arm, I believe in myself. Up to the right shoulder. Couple taps here. Then let's go to the other side. So right hand taps left arm, couple times up and down. You almost get a little rippling noise as the fingers smack into each other a bit. Try the underside of that same arm. And then your shoulder. Maybe you make a little raspberry with your lips. Bring some vibration into your face. And then start down your legs. You could even do both legs at the same time. Tap your thighs on the top. And down the sides of your calves. Come back all the way up. Get your knees in there. Maybe you tap your side bodies a little bit. Is there any other place that you feel like giving a little tap to? Like your neck or your hips? Go ahead and tap there for a couple more moments. Find a way down to the ground, which you might not normally use. Maybe you even don't use your hands to get there. Oh. Walk yourself onto your area and come into a table shape with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. From this shape, start to tuck your tail under. Let your ribs puff up towards the ceiling. Head starts to drop. Maybe you nod your head yes and no here. And then let your head be still. Start to lift your tail. Ribs and belly soften down. Brighten up through your sternum, your chest, and begin to raise your gaze up. And then go back and forth between these two shapes, cat and cow, a couple more times. Press your hands down, press your shins down to curve your spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck your tail, head drops. And then reverse that. Tail lifts, gaze lifts, belly softens. Start to get long from your tail all the way to the top of your head. Let your back have the normal shape that it has when you're standing. So inward curve at your low back. And then start to invite one ear to the same hip on that side. And then cross the middle and go to the other side. So you're C-curving your spine one way, then the other. Can you bend your elbows and let your spine be even more snake-like, moving into all different directions? So maybe your tail is moving quite a lot. Maybe your head is moving too. Find a bunch of different shapes to make with your spine that you don't normally make every day. Nice. Beautiful. Start to walk your knees away from each other. Walk your hands forward, and you can lower yourself down and rest your head on stacked fists. If that works well for you, you can put your forehead there to bring the floor up to you. Or you can rest your forehead right on the ground. Wherever you are with your forehead, make sure that your knees are wide and your toes are kissing together. Let your hands come out in front of you to support your belly and the weight of your upper body. Let your head drop. Maybe even press one knee and then the other into the floor, rocking your hips from side to side. Let your breath move into your low back ribs. Really see if you can expand from that spot. And then walk your hands forward as far as you can. Press your hands down at every finger. The entirety of each finger really presses down. Press your shins down and your hips back. Maybe you give yourself a little wiggle here. Really actively push into the floor with your hands and your knees for one more moment. And then start to walk your knees together. Bring your shoulders back over your hands in table pose. Nice. Get long through your spine. If your toes are not tucked, tuck them underneath. And really press down into the length of each finger just like you did before. Press down into all of your toes as well. And hover your knees away from the floor just a little. Keep reaching long through your tail. And then press your legs to straight so that you can come into an upside down V shape. Keep bending your knees. Keep pressing your hands down and getting long through your armpits. See if you can invite your breath through your nose. Long inhales, long exhales through the nose. Bring your knees down to the mat and press yourself back so that you can swing your legs out and sit down on the floor. Start to walk your heels closer to your posterior and point your knees up towards the ceiling here. Use your hands on your legs like brakes or hold on to your pants tuck your tail under and slowly come down onto your back. See if you can use your belly muscles just a little bit here. This is a good time to have your object nearby if you want to hold it while you're in our final shape here. It might be soothing to have it in one hand. As you land on your back body, imagine your pelvis melting into the ground. The back of your pelvis, your low body, gets heavier. Reach your arms out into a T shape and find your inhale. Get long through your arms. As you feel your exhale coming, close your arms across each other, almost like owl wings, giving yourself a hug. So your elbows are nice and soft here. You've got a curved arm. Open with the inhale. Close with the exhale. The next time that you open and close, notice which hand is closing on top. Can you alternate which hand is on top? Find your own breath rhythm. Let it move through your nostrils. The next time that your arms open, let them find the floor in that T shape again. Walk your knees in towards your belly, wrap your arms around them, and give yourself a hug. Take a moment here to hold gratitude in your heart for yourself. Say to yourself, I can persevere, as you hug your knees in a little bit more. And then release your knees down. Let the soles of your feet find the floor. Walk your feet as wide as your hips, maybe a little wider. And softly windshield wiper your knees from side to side. One more time each way. And then let your knees point straight up towards the sky. Allow your hands to rest somewhere that feels comfortable for you. Maybe that's on your belly for protection and warmth. Maybe you open your palms to the sky. And if this resting shape doesn't make sense to you and doesn't feel good in your body, find another one that does. Maybe you even lay on your belly or on your side. Once you arrive in your final resting shape, take a moment to survey your body and see how everything is feeling. Turn your attention to all of the parts of your body that are melting down into the floor, that are heavy, pressing down. Can you make them a little heavier by releasing any holding in your body? It's okay if thoughts come up and your brain wants to make plans or think about the day. If that happens, can you turn your attention back to the way that your body feels as it presses down into the floor? The sensation of your bones and muscles pulling down into gravity. Let your inhales increase just a little. And then start to wiggle. Maybe you roll your wrists or you stretch your feet out, or you could even reach overhead and have a full body stretch. Do anything that feels good for your body right now. I hope that felt good. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. My name's Alyssa, and I'm so glad you were here.